Okay, so welcome to the ZMY Begin class. I'll be your guide for this evening. Go ahead and have a seat. Yes. Let's lie down on our backs. Begin in Shavasana. Yes, you can expect that a lot for a little bit longer. Begin in Shavasana. So lie down on your back, palms facing up. Separate the feet. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You made it to the mat. So we're kind of just throwing the body on the mat and saying, all right, let's start to decompress. So the way we're going to do that is by using the breath. So as you begin to inhale and exhale, feel the muscles start to soften. This is an act of conscious relaxation and letting go. That doesn't mean you need something specific to let go of. It's just, it could be a feeling. It could be just soften and feel content. Whatever has happened before you arrived on the mat this evening is out on the other side of the walls that you're in. This next hour is for you. It's for your body. It's to connect because frankly, you deserve it. You deserve to do things that make you happy and make you feel good and bring you to your fullest potential physically and mentally. And so now that we've been laying here for a few moments, let's begin to count the breath, and not just counting the breath, but we're going to do a specific 5, 5, 10. That means we're going to inhale for 5 seconds, pause the breath for 5 seconds, and then let our exhale last for 10 seconds. We're not in the, we're not going to try to focus on doing this perfectly, okay? So if you inhale for 4 seconds and pause for 3 seconds and exhale for 7, that's fine, okay? What I do want you to focus on though is making sure that the exhale is longer than your inhale, even if by 1 or 2 seconds. I'm going to count with you for the first breath, and then I'm going to let you go on your own. And when I say hold the breath or pause the breath, I mean just pause. Don't strain and contract everything. Just pause the breath, okay? All right. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 10. Count in your head. And then again, inhale, pause, exhale. Completely empty the lungs. And then take your new breath, continuing with this 5, 5, 10. And we're going to do 2 more rounds wherever you are. If this causes anxiety at all, just go back to regular breathing. Or you can take a breath in between. Once you're finished with those extra 2 rounds, go ahead and return to regular passive breathing and just observe any differences in the body. Observe any differences in the breath. If you've been able to get your exhale to be longer than your inhale, no matter how stressful your day has been, you have brought your body into a rest and digest mode. Your parasympathetic nervous system has been tapped into, and you are doing good things for your body. Let's go ahead and bring the arms overhead. Take a long stretch. Point the toes, circle the ankles, the wrists. And then we're going to bend the knees and bring ourselves together. So bend the knees up towards the body and bring the knees together as much as you can. And then draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. So you're not going to actually be hugging them. You're just going to be holding onto the knees and warming up the hips. Once you've done 3, 4, 5 circles in one direction, go ahead and rotate counterclockwise or just the opposite direction you were doing. Big circles. And then we're going to stop with the knees up towards the body. Okay, so your knees are in as far as they can go. You're going to extend the arms and bring your knees to the right side of the mat. So almost lift your tailbone as you bring the knees to the right. Palms are facing up. If you'd like, you can look over the left fingertips, but you could also be looking straight up. And we're trying to keep that left shoulder heavy towards the mat. If you feel like you need to scooch to get the shoulder blades a little flatter, or maybe support your top leg with your right hand, you can do that. And once you've arrived, just breathe. On your next exhale, engage the abdominals just so you can bring the knees safely back up to center. Okay. So you're back to where you started. Lift the tailbone, start to rotate to the left and drop the knees to the left. Same thing with the arms, palms face up. If you're running out of stretch, you can bend the elbows and that'll open the pectoral muscles a little bit more. And remember all of the good things that this pose or any of the deep twists do for your body. Digestive health, organ health, lower back muscles can release. Soften the abdominal area so you can get the full benefits of what this pose can offer you. On your next exhale, engage the abdominals, bring the knees back up towards the ceiling, and then go ahead and drop the feet. We're going to straighten the left leg, interlace the fingers behind the right knee, and pull that knee towards the body as close as we can. The left leg is going to stay active. You're going to start to bring the right foot up towards the ceiling. If your leg is completely straight and you feel like you can grab the big toe, if your hamstrings let you do that, go ahead and grab the big toe, but otherwise stay behind the knee. The shoulders are soft here. So release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And then your left foot, just kind of, you know, I mean, for our begin class, we focus a lot on foundational stuff that helps you off the mat as well. So with your left foot, notice if you were standing, where would the weight be on that foot? Would it be on the outside of the foot? Are you pressing the ball mound of the big toe? If you are, you're going to straighten out your pelvis too. On your next exhale, bring the heel down towards the butt. We're going to bring the foot down, and then we're just going to drop this knee out to the side for a supine tree pose. You can bring the arms overhead. You can grab the elbows or keep them open. Do what you like here, but that left leg stays active. Find your breath. And if your mind leaves, bring it back to wherever you're feeling the sensation in this pose, which is probably the right inner thigh, but maybe not. If you're not feeling anything, engage the glutes. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. And then bring the arms down. Help that knee up towards the ceiling, straighten the leg. Interlace your fingers behind the left knee. Draw the knee towards the body as far as you can. And then start to straighten. Heel up towards the ceiling, soften the shoulders. Relax the jaw, relax the throat. If you can grab the toe and keep a straight leg, go ahead and do that. Notice what your right foot is doing. We're going to take another breath here. Press through the ball mound of the big toes. And then release the heel towards the body. Bring the foot to the floor. Keep it as high up on the inner groin as you can. Drop the knee out to the left. If your hips are open enough and you just don't feel anything here, still keep the right leg active and press the butt up, push the hips up towards the ceiling. Decide what you want to do with your hands. They can stay down this time if you'd like. And then all of the fine tuning, like right now, as I lie here, one of my shoulder blades is actually poking into the mat and the other one is flat. So I need to adjust to be sure both shoulder blades are flat. And if you want to take a feel of the back of your neck right now, just notice if you have the chin too high, the chin too low. And the way you'll know is there'll be a nice little curve right at the base of the head where the head meets the neck. Nothing is sticking out and nothing feels tense. It is soft and neutral. We're taking 3 more breaths here. Keep softening the shoulders towards the mat. This pose specifically, and something we can focus on for the rest of the poses today, is where is it that we need to hold on and where is it that we need to let go. For this pose, we're active in the legs, but we need to let go of the muscles in the upper body. Bring the knee up towards the ceiling, straighten the leg. And then we're going to bend both knees, roll onto our right side. And bring ourselves to the belly. So we're coming in a prone position. Okay, this first one is going to be a little bit weird, but just bear with me, okay? Can you guys see me okay? Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're gonna stretch the arms out a little bit. So, ooh, okay. We're gonna take the right arm to the left corner of the mat, and then we're gonna slip the left arm underneath and reach for the other corner. And then we're just gonna reach, keep reaching the arms, opposite corners. Do you feel that? Do you feel? Yeah, okay, good. You should feel it in one shoulder, or maybe both. Just rest your chin on your arms and let them stretch like this. It's very awkward, but it's a very good deep stretch. Something a little bit different than just threading a needle or grabbing behind the head. And then we're gonna lift out of this, just kind of back out the way you got in, lift up onto your forearms. And then now we're gonna reach and do the other side. So the left arm is on top and the right arm is on the bottom. Reach in opposite corners, rest your chin. And then start to lift the arms once again, nice and slow. And then use your left arm as a pillow and grab your right ankle or your right foot, whatever you can grab. And if you have, yes. All right. And then rest the forehead on the arm. I mean, you can use a blanket or a yoga belt or something if you need help grabbing the legs, but I think we all got it. So here we're bringing the heel towards the body. We're stretching the front of the right leg so the quadriceps are getting nice and long. You're pushing your hips into the mat. Your neck is neutral, but the inner edges of your shoulder blades are keeping the shoulders away from the ears here. So again, we're letting go in the shoulders, the tongue, the throat, but we're active in the back and the hips. Just breathe here. If you run out of stretch, start to bring that foot to the outside of the leg. If you feel any type of pull in your knee, now there you might feel a stretch in the knee, but if it feels injurious, then you want to back out a little bit. And take another breath or two here. And then go ahead and release, switch pillows. So you're going to use your right arm and then grab that left foot or left ankle. If you can grab the ankle, grab the ankle. If you grab the foot, that's good too. And then same thing here. Notice where you're supposed to soften and let go, and notice where you can or need to hold on for strength. Just like real life stuff, right? Starts with us. Like what do we have control over and where do we need to let go? You know? And take a few more breaths here. You can notice any differences in one side from the other too. Go ahead and release. Okay. We're going to bring the hands to the lower ribs. And then we're going to push ourselves up to hands and knees. We're not going into child's pose just yet. I want to do a puppy pose. So bring the big toes together, knees apart, and we're going to actually go on our forearms and start to walk the arms forward that way. So basically our sitting bones are lifted off of our heels, forehead to the ground, and reach forward with the fingers. This is a deeper stretch than in child's pose. And I want you to really focus on sinking the spine. Sink the spine in between the shoulder blades. Sink the spine into the lower back. If I were one of those teachers that used the words delicious and juicy for yoga poses, which I don't because that really grosses me out, it would be this pose though. All right. On your next inhale, lift yourself up. Keep your hands all the way forward though, because we're going to bring the knees back under the hips and do big hip circles. So hit the forward, side, back, side. Just super big rolling of the hips. And once you've gone clockwise a few times, go in the other direction. Just do this the best you can. I know it feels a little bit awkward at first, but our hands are all the way to the front of the mat so we don't get our shoulders over our wrists. All right, come back to center. Walk the hands back a little bit. We're at a hands and knees position with a neutral spine. Knees are under the hips. We're gonna do our Betalasana or our cat pose here. So watch the foundation of your hands. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the chin. You've been here before. Just keep moving with your breath. Exhale, arch. And you can make the choice of spending extra time. You know, if you're dipping your spine towards the belly and you really want to focus on letting go of the spine into the back, take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then the same the other way. I like to move the shoulders and the hips around in this pose. Feels good for me. So do what feels good for you. I'll do a couple more rounds. And then return to a neutral spine. We're gonna bring the right leg forward. And I want the foot to be on the outside of your hands. So your hands are actually gonna be on the inside of the foot. Okay. If this is enough, then stay here, okay? If you feel the inner edge of your foot starting to lift, walk your foot towards the edge of the mat a little bit more. Just open up a little bit more. Give your hips some room. If you feel like you can go further in this, we're gonna just take this step by step. You can stay here. You can walk your hands forward and come into more of a lizard pose. So the back leg would be straight, right? And then the right inner thigh, inner hip, adductor area is gonna be opening a little bit more. I'll give you a better angle here. Yeah. So we would be here. Your arms are doing a lot of work here. Make sure they're set up with a good foundation. Shoulders away from the ears. If you think that you can go further than this, like listen to your body, you could go down to your forearms. Maybe. If your body's saying not today, then we listen to that. Take one more breath here. If your back leg is straight, bring it back to where you're on the knee. Okay. And then right hand is going to go on the outside of the right foot. So we're walking the foot back to the middle. And then you're going to start to shift back. So maybe sit on your heel. Let the right toes lift. So now we're stretching the back of the leg here. Yeah, can you see me okay, Sarah?
I'm just changing my views.
Okay, not a problem. Because I know sometimes when I wear black, it's hard to see too. All right, let's go ahead and lift, shift forward, bring the right knee back. We're gonna go through all of that same stuff on the other side. So left foot forward, find where you are here. It's most likely going to be a little bit different than the other side. Maybe straighten the back leg. Open the left foot to the left if you need to. If anything, and it really doesn't matter how far you go in this pose, you go to where your body can go. But if you have a tendency to carry and hold tension in the shoulders, really focus on letting the shoulder blades do that work and let your shoulders stay away from your ears. That might be more important for you for this pose. And you can also take your hand and rotate the thigh out to the left. Sometimes the thigh will get in the way. You can go down to your forearms or try to go down to your forearms if you're running out of stretch. Now, we're going to shift back, but I want you to use your pelvic floor and use your abdominals this time. So lift, shift back, sit all the way back on your heel and keep the left toes lifted. Yeah. No, we don't need to, oh, you can uncurl the back toes. Maybe. I know for you, Susan, it's a different story. If they start to cramp, then go up on them. Good. And actively flex the foot. So you feel that, you all feel that in the back of the leg? Okay. All right, once again, pelvic floor abdominals to help you lift. And then bring the left leg back. Big toes together, knees apart, sit back on the heels, give your arms a rest. Either fist to forehead or grab the feet. Rock a little bit left to right or be still. Figure out what your body needs right now, stillness or active release. On your next inhale, bring the hands to the floor, lift the head. We're going to sit up off the heels, bring the knees back under the hips, coming into our first down dog. So curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. We're in no hurry here. Just pedal the feet out. Pedal the feet out, but at the same time, we need to remember the hands, right? The opposite side of the knuckles, the roots of the fingers pressing into the floor. Just kind of look at where our wrists are, our inner elbows. And then come to stillness and lengthen through the tailbone. We're just going to walk forward here. So inhale, look up. Nice and slow, begin to walk forward. Go a little bit further than you think you can, just a centimeter. And then you can exhale and fold. Bend the knees. I don't care if your sitting bones are like an inch away from the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then bring your hands to your shins and lift up halfway. Nice flat back. Shoulders are back here. The back of the body is working. Bring your hand to your lower back and feel what's going on there. And the lower lumbar, your back should be, you feel like two muscles there, the ridges. Lift up a little bit higher, bend the knees slightly, and inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Palms together, exhale, hands in front of the heart. Whew, are we done yet? No, I'm just kidding. You guys are doing all the work. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of sun salutations. I'm gonna walk you through the first one. We'll go nice and slow. And then the second one, I'm just gonna watch you guys. So at the front of your mat, come to mountain pose or Tadasana. Let's take a minute here, recalibrate our breath, feel the feet, engage the legs, lift through the crown of the head. Where do you need to hold on here and where can you let go? We can definitely let go in the arms. but we need to hold on in between the shoulder blades. We can release the tongue, but we do actively reach through the crown of the head. Feel the breath flowing freely and effortlessly. And if your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and blink them open. Moving with the breath. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. All the way, let the air out, drop the head. Inhale, look up. And exhale, step back. We're gonna lower into chaturanga. Use your knees if you need to, but lower evenly, all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift into cobra. Back of the body is on fire here. And then you have a choice. We're gonna go back into either downward facing dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. Curl the toes under, make your choice. Don't bring too much thought into it. Just try to listen to the body intuitively. 1, 2, 3, deep breaths. Good. 4, and 5. Inhale, look up, step forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Yes, we'll wait for you, Sarah. Inhale all the way up, because you're super flexible. You don't even have to bend the knees there. Palms together, exhale, hands in front of the heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up, breathe in all the way. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Drop the head completely. Drop the head. Inhale, look up. Reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, step back. Lower the body evenly to the ground. Elbows kiss the sides of the body. Good. Inhale, lift to a cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And then exhale, take it back. You choose. Child's pose or down dog. 1, 2. If your back is feeling nice and long, press the heels towards the mat. 3, straighten the arms, shoulders away from the ears. 4, engage the bandhas. And 5, inhale, look up, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale your arms all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Ooh, there's the snow plows. I didn't think they had those in Colorado. No, I'm just kidding. I know they do. All right. Can we do triangle pose tonight? If you can, Susan is like, meh, maybe. Okay. If you don't have a block nearby, you might not have to use the block. Honestly, Sarah, I don't think that you'll need to use the block, so you should be fine. But remember, you can always use like the couch or something like that too. You don't have to go all the way down. We'll figure it out as we go, okay? Separate your feet. So take a wide stance. And then from the right hip socket, bring the toes out 90 degrees. Watch the back foot now. Make sure the toes are in a little bit. So we're already starting this internal rotation. Take your right fingertips and stay with my instruction here. Right fingertips to the right hip crease and push. Push it in to lengthen and straighten this front leg as much as you can. Now we got the legs set up. Reach with your right arm, lengthen the torso, and then bring the hand down, either to the inside of the leg or grab the toe or to a block. And then rotate the left shoulder on top of the right and bring the fingertips up. Good. Now breathe here. Engage, lift the pelvic floor, zip up the abdominals. You can be looking straight ahead or up at your hand. It's your choice, but you're still in triangle regardless. Press the feet. Thighs are working really hard here. Upper thighs, quadriceps. One more breath. Press the feet. Inhale, pop yourself up as if somebody's pulling you from your pinky. And then bring the right toes in and pivot the left toes out. So we want our heel to be lined up with the arch of the foot, usually, okay? Make sure the back toes are in just a little bit and make sure the left toes are out straight, inner edge of the foot. I shouldn't even reference the toes because it's really not the toes that we're looking at. We're looking at the inner arch of the foot to make sure that that is straight because sometimes our toes are a little bit wonky. Okay, before we even begin, watch your knee. First of all, you should not be able to move the kneecap around like I'm doing right now. And if you can, lift the kneecaps, engage the quadriceps. Start to deepen the left groin. Use your fingertips, push, push, push. And now reach with your left arm as far as you can. Keep pressing the feet and bring the left hand down to the inside of the leg. Rotate the shoulders, one on top of the other, right fingertips up. Good. Breathe here. Ball mounds of the big toes. Lift the knees, engage the quadriceps. Lift all four corners of the pelvic floor. Engage the abdominals. Shoulders away from the ears. One more slow, steady breath. Inhale, pop yourself up. Now keep your feet where they are because we're going right back down. Bend the left knee. Cramp. Left forearm on top of the left leg. Right arm up and over. So we're coming into a modified side angle here. Yes. And so the way that we can get our bicep as close to the ear as possible and ground the shoulder is to rotate the pinky towards the floor. Yes. The knee does not go beyond the ankle here, so be careful of that. You can always slide the back foot back. And then the left shoulder, we want to make sure that we're not crunching up towards the shoulder. Push away from the ear. Engage lower belly in and up. Good. We're taking 2 more breaths here before we move on to the other side. That arm is straight and strong. Press the feet. Inhale, come up. Left toes in. You can bring your arms down if you want. Right toes out. Bend the right knee. Forearm comes on top. Left arm up and over. Yes. And then all of the things. Watch your knee. Engage your bandhas. Shoulders away from the ears. Find your breath. One more time, shoulders away from the ears. Let the inner edges of the shoulder blades work. Press the feet, inhale, come up. Bring the toes in and bring the feet together. Shake the legs out a little bit. Me, the yoga jig. Come back to Tadasana, front of your mat. We're gonna bring the feet close together. Don't bring your knees together yet. We're coming into chair pose, but if you bring the knees together now, it's gonna stop you from probably being able to get back and into the seat. So don't press the knees together yet. Sit back first. Let the toes lift, weight goes to the back of the body. We don't stick our butt out for this one. We actually release the tailbone. Knees come together, arms come up. Good. Bring your knees together. Yes. You're trying to sit in that chair that's super far away. And take one more breath here. You can do it. Reach through the fingertips and get heavy through the sitting bones. Exhale, fold forward. Separate the feet at least hip width apart. Drop the head, grab opposite elbows, and just dangle here for a moment. You can sway back and forth. You can nod the head yes and no. If you think your head is dangling, try to dangle it a little bit more. Just really be sure you're releasing those neck muscles. So basically, the legs are holding you. Your abdominals are engaged because you're in a forward fold, but the rest, the arms, those are all just hanging. You can let go there, okay? Head, let go there. We don't always need to know what's going on. All right, fingertips to the mat, so release the elbows. Drop the sitting bones, walk the feet towards each other. Knees together, inhale, lift a chair one more time. Yep, weight is in the back of the body. Take 2 more breaths here. So your heels are really pressing, your toes can be lifting. And come back to Tadasana, just come back to a standing position. Nice, very nice, and relax. Relax. We're gonna do a balancing pose and then bring it back down to the mat. If you need to use a wall or your couch or something like that, you can. What we're going to do is a modified version of hand to big toe pose. We're just gonna grab the knee. Yeah, okay. So shift your weight to the left leg, palm out of the big toe. Left hand is gonna be on the pelvic rim or the waist. Before we even grab the knee, make sure you're lifting the pelvic floor, zipping up, and your chest is lifted. Now bring the knee up, nice and slow, foot is flexed. Find your focus point, grab your knee. And if you fall out of it, come right back into it. Take 2 more breaths. Lift the pelvic floor. Find that real core. Go ahead and bring the knee out to the right. Shoot. Oh, okay. Bring it back to center. Sorry, guys. You're like here forever. All right. Release. Bring the toes forward. Just 1, 2, 3, and release. Okay. Other side. Find your balance. Lift your leg. Make sure everything is lifting upward first, except for the right foot, which is rooted down. Nice and slow. Shoulders are back. Good. You can still release the tongue. Inner edges of the shoulder blades are working. Take 1 more breath here. And then we're going to rotate it out to the left. Bring it back to center. That was a lot quicker, huh? Both hands on the hips, extend the leg. 1, 2, 3, bring it down. Ay, caramba, come to the front of your mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Come to your knees, cross at the ankles. We're gonna have a seat before we lie down. just sitting in regular Sukhasana or easy pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, palms together, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. 2 more full rounds like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. And then inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Right fingertips to the floor. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, lean to the right. And then we're going to actually bring the hands slowly all the way down to the ground. Or a block. A block would work too. Take a breath or two here. Feel it in your lower back muscles, the QLs. And then walk your hands to the left. Inhale, bring the right arm up. So we're in a side bend here. And exhale, bring it down. Legs out in front of you. Just bounce the knees around a little bit. Massage the knees. Bend the right knee, bring it out. Forward fold here. Inhale, lengthen. Engage and concave. And just try to get the belly as close to the thigh as possible. Keep the left foot active, shoulders back. If you're able to walk the hands towards the feet, you can grab the outsides of the feet, thumbs on top of the foot. Shoulders stay back, chin towards the shin. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Right knee in. I almost said lock the left knee. Close the left knee. Drop it out. Inhale, lengthen. So even when I'm lengthening here, I'm twisting my body a little bit to the right to get over that right leg, okay? So go ahead and do that. Walk the fingertips forward. Yeah, and just listen to your body here. Sometimes letting go means letting go of our idea. It could be letting go of a story that we can't go as far as we actually can. It could be letting go of a story of I should be doing this. Just be in the moment and listen to what the body is telling you. If you can grab the foot, go ahead, but you don't have to grab the foot. There's no extra yoga prizes for that. At least none I've gotten. Inhale all the way up. Bring both feet together. Drop the knees out to the sides. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, C for the spine. So push the spine to the back of the body. Drop the top of the head towards the floor. And push the knees down with your elbows. Let the head go here. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring the knees back together. Lie down. And actually, before you lie down, if you want to put socks, blanket, Shavasana stuff, turn the lights off, anything like that, go ahead and do that. We'll wait for you to get ready. And if you're just ready to lie down, you can lie down. But remember, Shavasana is, it's not nap time. I know we joke about that. But it is a time to observe, but it's also a time to get your body as neutral as possible and as passive as possible. So you're not feeling the block next to you. You're not feeling, your hands on your body and that sensation. It should just feel completely neutral. And feel the bones begin to settle to the back of the body. As you exhale, more and more settling. Feel as though the muscles are softening away from the bones. Every muscle, every bone in the body, softening away from each other. Now feel as though the skin is separating away from the muscles. Until you feel the spaciousness inside the body being filled with your breath. And everything completely letting go. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And allow your inhalations to begin to deepen. After another breath or two, begin to slowly wiggle the fingers and the toes. And still moving slowly as you circle the wrists and the ankles. Begin to take any movement the body's asking for here. Another stretch, a bend of the knees, maybe a twist. And then roll onto your right side. Use your arm as a pillow and pause. Using these last moments for letting go, remembering that we leave what is not useful to us in the grave of Shavasana. We sit back up a different person. So take that last moment here to let go. And then slowly press yourself back to a seated position. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for letting me guide you today. The teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in you. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have a good night. Hold on, let me put my mask on. Come say bye to you guys.
You too. Have a good night.
Thank you. See
Be
you
safe
later.
going home, especially if it's snowing.
I will.
All
Definitely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you. Thank you. Bye,
Thanks,
Sarah.
Jennifer.
Bye,
Bye.